Welcome to Vision Pro Notes for July 9th, 2025. I'm Marty, faculty member at a Midwest university, a podcaster, and an Apple product fan and co-host of Vision Profiles, along with Eric Bolden, Dave Ginsburg, and Daniel Burkholder. We're doing this supplemental to our weekly Vision Pro podcast that occurs on Monday nights, live streamed on YouTube at 9 p.m., and we're going to do it throughout the week. So we're going to hit Monday morning, Wednesday morning, and Friday mornings. And what we're doing is we're catching up some of the news that we'll eventually talk about the next Monday. So in between shows, lots of news happens, and we want to be a place where you can find out some of the important news as it occurs. So join us for 5 to 10 minutes, 3 days a week as part of the Vision Profiles stream. So it'll come in the same stream, but it'll be Vision Pro Notes, a nice little shorter version. As I mentioned, I'm a podcaster and do Vision Profiles with Eric Bolden, David Ginsburg, and Daniel Burkholder. We stream live at youtube.com/@visionprofiles on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can see us live or catch it later on YouTube or the audio on any podcatcher service. Now, today's Vision Pro Notes is a comment about the new beta. It just came out yesterday. And then I'm going to show you a little brief thing about virtual chamber orchestra music, an app that's come out for Vision Pro that you might want to check out. So two little bits of information. First, what's really new in Vision OS 26 Developer Beta 3? Well, the problem is if you see a lot of posts on websites from different media sources, they'll say the new beta's come out, and then they'll run through all of the things that are associated with OS 26 that haven't come out but are supposed to come out, but they never really tell you what is new with the beta. I see that as a bit of a problem because it makes it sound like all this stuff is on the beta, and it's not. They're basically co-opting a lot of the promo material that Apple had on what's going to be appearing in OS 26 sometime over this year, Vision OS 26, and saying these are the kind of new things that you'll see, and you don't necessarily see it. So it's really kind of clickbait for you to read an article that if you do any depth reading on it, you'll see they're just talking about the stuff that's going to come out. They really, and sometimes even say we don't really know what's new on the beta in the article. So, but it pulls you in to look at the article. So what I did was I went to the developer notes and took a look at the developer notes. Now, I'm not a developer. I'm not a coder. I don't know what a lot of this stuff says, but I ran some of it through ChatGPT 4.0 and said, can you kind of put this in simple terms of what's really new with this beta release? And it gave some interesting information. It's a little deeper than what other sites will do. They'll just say, oh no, all this stuff's in it. So some of the things that came out was system apps and fixes. Apple's apps crash less than often. Apps updates and downloads are more reliable now, and pop-ups and menus behave better in Vision Pro. There are also some game controller improvements. The game controllers work better, and you can move app windows around. Apple Intelligence is a little bit smarter. As much as you can say it's a little bit smarter, but its on-device AI is now available for developers to be able to use. Image generation and AI features work better, including for non-English users. App Store and subscriptions, there's new accessibility information, which shows which apps support features like VoiceOver. Better tools for subscriptions, media and video, better video playback, improved syncing with iCloud. Cloud sharing works better, and there's stronger security for VPNs. 3D apps and effects are more stable and show up correctly. Mac to Vision Pro streaming has fewer bugs. That's been a big request for folks. Eric is very happy about that and looks better. Not Eric, the Mac to Vision Pro streaming. Eric looks the same. And then typing in text files, you can undo works correctly with text editors. and it supports better right to left language text like Arabic and Hebrew. So all of this is pretty cool. That's what's part of this new beta, and that what developers will be able to find and work with in creating new apps for Vision Pro. So I wanted to mention that in terms of breakdown. Kind of old news because the beta came out, but this is the breakdown of what supposedly the beta can do, not just Vision OS 26. The next thing, a little bit of fun here. This came out today, and I thought I'd share it with you. This was a Reddit post from somebody. We'd love your thoughts on our immersive classical music app with the Mahler Chamber Orchestra. And it's really kind of neat. A person is, through their Vision Pro, seeing projections of artists sitting and playing music, a chamber group sitting and playing music. Really kind of fun. And to also kind of back that up, I've put the app link. And this is the app that you might have seen if you're looking at it on video, but this is the app that you can download. It's for Vision Pro only. Few reviews, some of them are great. You know, I just got to say, I think there are certain groups of developers that are putting together really good short form media that is appealing for Vision Pro. You know, we're not waiting for the next 3D movie to come out. These are like developers who are doing a really nice job of capturing short form sort of experiences and putting them together. We had an app a while ago that had a particular band or artist that they were doing 3D video. It was like 15 minutes of the band. It was a bluegrass band. It was really kind of nice and fun to see. And I just hope these developers continue to produce content like that, and that this chamber orchestra developer does more with it in different ways, that this is just not a one-off for them, that they build on that platform or build on that app and add in more of these short-form experiences that I would certainly pay a couple of bucks for. This is all free right now. And the previous app that I had told you about, can't remember it, but I'll see if I can find it and I'll put it in the show notes. That previous app, there was an initial charge. It was like $5, but it was really well spent $5 in terms of the quality of the video that you got and the musical experience that you had. So I'm hoping we'll see more of those come up. And as I said, I can't remember the app, but I will put it in the show notes. So you can look at it in the video show notes or on the podcast show notes. I will also put in all of those things that came out of the beta 3, those statements that I was reading off or that you might have seen if you've been watching the video. I'll put those statements in so you can also refer to those in terms of stuff that's new. So that's about it for this edition of Vision Pro Notes. MacStock is coming up this week. In fact, I'll be leaving in a couple of days for MacStock. Probably going to do a Pro Notes there, maybe with Dave, maybe with Eric joining in on it. And we'll talk about what the current news is. And then we'll be back. Everybody will be home on Monday, and we'll be doing our usual Monday stream. I guess I've got one I've got to do for Monday morning, too, for Pro Notes. But we'll be doing our regular Vision Profiles podcast on Monday night. If you want to know more about MacStock, check out MacStockConferenceandExpo.com. If you want to go, great. Got to hurry up and get there. But go to the site and find out about the virtual pass that you can get. So in about a month, when the video is all cut and edited, you'll be able to see all of the presentations that were captured at MacStock, and it'll make you want to come next year. Thanks for tuning in. Our music is from Beat Mechanic, Touch of Funk, from the Free Music Archive, part of the Creative Commons. We'd love to hear from our listeners. If you have ideas and want to join in on an episode, email us at thepodtalknetwork@gmail.com. We're gathering all our show mail under thepodtalknetwork@gmail.com. Learn more about us and the Vision Profile podcast on our website, thepodtalk.net. Spread the word to other visionaries. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.